Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd, as well as my friends over at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to do the Cloudy Day Crochet Mobile. This is a really kind of a cute idea, and I have an alternative idea if you would like to do this as well. And all you just need is just embroidery hoop or something that's round, and then you just use your string to be able to attach it to the ceiling or wherever you want to attach it to. And then we're going to be making these clouds. So there's 3 different sizes, and then we're going to be making some raindrops as well today. We're going to cover the start to finish of making the raindrops and the 3 sizes of clouds, and I have an alternative for you as well. This video has sound alerts added. When you hear this sound, it will be your signal that the segment is finishing up. Press stop and crochet the instructions, and then press play again to continue along in your project. On page number 2 there are crochet diagrams in order to make it. So today we're going to start off with the small cloud, and then we're going to show you then the medium cloud, which is just slightly bigger that you see here, and then we're going to do the large cloud, and you can see that they're all kind of similar in some way in order to get the shape, and you have to make 2 per cloud. So what's going to happen today is that I'm going to show you in a different color because it's hard to see white on white, and you're going to need 2 clouds just like so, and then you're going to put the wrong sides together, so this side together, and sandwich it, and then you're going to single crochet yourself around the outside in order to bring it together to make it nice and full. You can stuff it slightly if you wanted to, but it's not requiring you to do that if you wish. I also have an alternative suggestion of making it partly cloudy with showers. Let me show you how to do that. So here is a partial start, and this is the sun. I know it's not completely around, but you have to see my vision in just a moment. So what this is that it's round number 1 and partial of round number 2. So I did 9 double crochets sections. So there's 2 into each one. So I did that 9 times, going almost all the way around, and so it doesn't go all the way around, and you have to do 2 pieces of that, and then you put the wrong sides together. So this is the wrong side and the other wrong side together, and you just put it together and you single crochet along the edge here, and therefore you'll have a nice partial sun. So how are you going to do that? Well, when you go to do the big one here, the big cloud, you can just put it up against here just like so, and then when you go to put the other white one here, you're just gonna go all the way until it hits this, and then you just ram a thread or yarn or darning needle through here through the sun, and what you will have is a partly sunny day. So partly cloudy with showers is kind of my theme, so the other one will go on the back. So today what I'm doing is that I did a sample here in the white, but I have to do the other one of each one of the sizes and put it together with you, and then you can do that as an alternative. There's no pattern for this. This is just kind of improvisation. Of course, if you want to put it with a smaller cloud, you can do that as well, and you'll have a kind of a neat idea. So let's begin, and you'll need an 8mm size L crochet hook in order to play today. So in the cloud configuration there are 4 clouds of each size here. So when you make a cloud, you have to make the first one and then another one. That becomes 1. So you'll sandwich those together. So in all that you have to do is 8 motifs of this in each size in order to get your 4 each of clouds once it's hanging. So what I'm going to do today is that I'm going to get you started. We're going to start on the chart, and we're going to do 4 chains and then join it and then chain up 1, and then we're going to do 12 double crochets around, and then we're going to do the fanning at the end. So this is the very small cloud, and just for tutorial reasons I'm going to use a different color here so that you can see it a lot easier when I'm crocheting. So here's the size of the small cloud. Just see it in reference to my hand. It's pretty small, and it looks pretty good, and it's nice and fluffy looking. I think that's what you can get away with it the most. So let's begin to do this with the blue yarn and see how it turns out. So let's just grab our yarn and create a slip knot to begin, and insert our hook into a 8mm size L crochet hook in order to play. So you're going to chain a total of 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then insert your hook into the beginning chain and yarning over, pulling through to form the center ring of the inside of the cloud. So now what we're going to do is start round number 1. So we're going to chain up 3. So 1, 2, 3, and we're going to put 11 double crochets inside this ring. So this chain 3 counts as one of them, so therefore it'll be a total of 12. So we're going to start, and let's count these out together. So this is 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So we have our 11 in, and so with the chaining of 3 it should have 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Once you have that confirmed, just join it to the top. So you're gonna notice that you'll have a hole in the center. You can close that in with your yarn at the end of that. At the end of this is just run the same color just into the center in order to close that off if that bothers you. So let's begin round number 2. So we're almost done. So let's start off round number 2. So all we just need to do to begin is that we have to just reach over and skip to the next one. Okay, so there's the one that you're joining. Go to the next one and I want you to double crochet. And once you do the first double crochet, I want you to double crochet 3 more times. So there's gonna be 4 double crochets in each one of the stitches that I show you today. And then once you get that done, in the very next stitch that's available to you, right here, you're going to slip stitch and then begin again. So in the very next stitch that you're about to start will be another 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So then what's the repeat pattern on this? The next one is a slip stitch. So just come to the next stitch and slip in, and then the next one after that is another 4. So please do that all the way around for the small cloud of just 4 double crochets, every other one, and slipping in the ones in between. So once I come all the way back around, where I started is exactly where I want to finish off, and there's 4 in this one, so I just want to slip into the same one as where I started, and then that's it. You should have a total what appears to be 6 petals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you're going to fasten this off if this is your first one, but if it's your second, all you just can do then is just grab the other one that you have already made, and what you're going to do is you're going to put them together, and I'll show you how to do that next. So once you have your 2 same size clouds made, what you want to do is you want to have the right side facing you, and this is the wrong side. So what you can just do is that you can just leave your yarns out so that you can access it. The other one here, you want to make sure that your yarn is completely fastened off, so we can snip that. We can tuck any extra in behind without worry too. So we're gonna do that, and we're just going to slip stitch through the project. So just see where I am. So right now I'm in the slip stitch here in between the 2 sets of clouds. So I want to make sure I get into the same stitch on the other side. So just going through, and it can be anywhere as long as it's the same. So I'm gonna slip through, and I'm gonna pull through and join it. Now I'm gonna chain 1, and in the same one that I just did the join, I want to go through both of the thicknesses. It's easier to see it in person. So what you're gonna do then is that you're going to move across. So go to the next stitch on the one and go to the next stitch on the other and single crochet. Now when they're the same color, they're almost gonna be seamless, right? But because I'm using different colors here so that you can actually see it, then it'll be a noticeable difference. But again, you can just do some fun creativity with that as well. Don't forget you should slip stitch to where you've done the slip stitching, or sorry, single crochet in the slip stitch as well, and then just continue to go all the way around in that same fashion of just joining them together. So this is what the other side would look like as you're doing it. So just single crochet all the way around, and I'll see you at the end of this round. This is the small cloud. So when you come back all the way around, you can see all the edges are nice, and you can see that this is all nice and puffy, and it's great. So you're just gonna go all the way around, and you're just gonna come back to where you had started, which is gonna be the next stitch, and then you just slip stitch. And here's the nice thing about it. You slip stitch and pull through, okay, and then you're gonna leave an extra long string here, and this will be hanging from the embroidery hoop. So leave that extra long, and then just pull that through, and then you have your small cloud ready to hang. So this is what it would look like. So you could have some fun with different colors as well, but this should be a solid white as per the instructions, but again, your creativity is up to you. So this is how you do the small cloud, and it's really quite easy. So all of the ones attach in the same way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to do the medium and the large cloud going forward, but I'm not gonna show you how to do the join because it's exactly the same way. You just gotta do 2 pieces, and then on your second piece just run it through and just single crochet around the edge just like this. So let's move along and do the medium cloud next. So let's figure out the medium cloud together. So it's just slightly bigger. So here is the small cloud. you can see that there's 2 rounds, and in the medium cloud it's 3 rounds. So we're gonna start off in the circle, and then each one is gonna get 2 double crochets in each, and then we do this configuration. We're just jumping a little bit more stitches before we were just going right immediately into the next one. So it's gonna fan out, and you'll do 2 of these as well, and then sandwich those together in order to do it. So let's move along and do the medium cloud. So let's begin. We're going to do the medium cloud. We're gonna start off with a slip knot. Each one of the clouds start off the exact same way. So we're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then coming into the starting, pull through, and then you have the center ring just like you did before. Let's move on to round number 1. So we're gonna chain up 3, which counts as a double crochet, and then you're gonna put 11 double crochets into the center of the ring. Just go over top of the straggler as you're doing that and just bury that in. So do 11 of those, and so with the 11 with the chain 3, that gives you a total of 12. So I'll see at the end of this round. So I've come up all the way back around. You're just gonna slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3. There should be a total of 12 posts going all the way around. Moving on to round number 2, we're gonna chain up 3, which counts as another double crochet, and in the same one you did the join, you're gonna put another double crochet. Each stitch all the way around is gonna get 2 double crochets into it. So just put 2 into each and do this, and I'll see you at the end of this round. So 2 double crochets in each stitch going all the way around. So once I come all the way back around, just join it to the top of the first chain 3 with the slip stitch. So now what we're going to do is that we are going to slip stitch into the next stitch. So just slip on over, so just go to the next one and slip stitch, and now we're going to begin the fans that come out. So skipping the stitch that we have to skip the next one. So we're in this one, we're skipping the next one, and we're going to double crochet 5 times in that one. Okay, so do that. So I'm counting, this is 2, 3, 4 and 5. So skipping the next stitch that's available to you right here, go to the next one, slip stitch it, and here's the repeat pattern. So skip the next one and then double crochet 5 times in the next. Please do that all the way around for this. So 5 double crochets in this one, skip the next one, slip stitch in the next one, skip the next one, and then 5 into the next one. Please do that all the way around. So as you come all the way back around, you're gonna see it's nice and fluffy, and there will be a total of 6 of these petals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Once you get there, then you're just going to slip stitch to the beginning where you'd started. Now if this is your first one, you're gonna fasten off and weave in your ends, but if this is your second, all you're just gonna do is that you'll take the original that you started with. It should technically be the same color as I mentioned before, and then you're just gonna slip it through. So just, this is the right side, this is the right side, so put the wrong sides together and sandwich them together and just start joining everything stitch to stitch with a single crochet, and you'll end up like the small cloud that we did. So there's the join that you see right here, and there you go. So once you get that done, then once you go all the way around, leave an extra long tail here, and then this will just attach to the mobile ring at the top just like that. So you'll need to do a total of 4 of these clouds. So 8 of these motifs will make 4 because there's 2 per cloud. So this is how you do the medium cloud. So let's move along and do the large cloud next. So here's the large cloud, and we can see the smaller cloud is right here. Pretty easy, right? So there's 3 rounds, and on the large cloud there's 4 rounds. So you can see that we take our time getting bigger and bigger, and then what's gonna happen is that we do our fans just like the other one that we did. So a size L 8mm crochet hook, and let's begin to do the large cloud together. So let's begin and create a slip knot, and we're gonna chain 4 as we had been with all the other clouds. So chain 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then coming in to the first one, pulling it through to join, and there's your center ring, and leave on that straggler around the ring to trap it. So let's begin round number 1. Chain up 3, and in the center ring put 11 more double crochets in there, so that chain 3 counts as 1. So therefore you'll have a total of 12 when you're going to count this when you come all the way around. So please get your 11 double crochets in, and then with your chain 3 that gives you a total of 12. Please do that. I'll see you at the end of this round. So once you have your 12 in there, which includes that chain 3, so there's 11 double crochets plus this chain 3 that gives you a total of 12. You're just gonna join it to the top of the first chain 3 that you had started with, and let's move on then to round number 2. So round number 2, simple chain 3 counts as a double crochet. In the same when you did the join, just put another one into the same spot. So each stitch all the way around is gonna have 2 double crochets in it for this one. So please put 2 double crochets in each stitch and meet me at the end of this round. So now all the way back around I'm just going to join it to the beginning chain 3. So let's begin the third round, and very easy, chain 3 again, and then each stitch including the join that we just did is going to get 2 double crochets. So okay, so the chain 3 and this double crochet equals the 2 into this one, so we just move it along to the next one and put in 2 double crochets and put 2 double crochets into each stitch all the way around. I'll see at the end of this round. So in coming up all the way around, each stitch had 2 double crochets in each, and we just joined to the top of the first one, chain 3. So now we're going to begin and we're going to do the final round. So what we have to just do is we have to slip stitch to the next one. So just slip on over, no big deal. And now what we're going to do is that we're going to skip 2 and then we're going to double crochet 5 times in the next. So we'll skip 2, so 1 and 2, and double crochet into the third one away, and do that a total of 5 double crochets into each there. So 1, 2, this is number 3, 4, and 5. So now we're gonna skip 2, so 1, 2, go to the third, slip stitch, so just is a bit bigger. So we skip 2, 1 and 2, and double crochet 5 times into the third one away. And you're gonna do that all the way around for this round. Please do that for the large cloud of what you just saw. So I'm coming up all the way back around and I got my 5 in, and I'm just gonna slip stitch to where it had been before. So I'm gonna show you how I would apply the sun. So if you're doing this, that you have to do 2 of these, and then you're gonna take your second one. Again, if you want to do a sun, then that's optional. There's no pattern for that, but you take your second one and you will sandwich it together like you did before and match it and go all the way around with the single crochet. So what happens if you want to put a sun? Let me just show you how to do that. So here is my sun, and what I just did is that I started off the same way of chaining 4, and then I put 12 double crochets, which includes that chain 3 in there, and then I did 9 groups of 2, so there's 2 into each for a total of 9 times. So I did a total of 2 of these, and what I'm gonna do now is that this is the second one. I'm just going to go across from this, so this is the good side of the project, this is the bad side. So put the bad sides together like so. Okay, and what I want to do is that I want to go all the way around. So in order to do this, I'm just gonna go to the other one here, and I'm just gonna slip it through and through the original once again, and I'm just gonna trace the outside of the sun with just a single crochet. So going to the next stitch on the one, going to the next stitch on the other one, and I'm just putting them together so that you have double the thickness of the sun. So there's gonna be a pocket that will be left open on the inside. It doesn't really matter. I'm more concerned about getting the edging to look good. So I'm just gonna single crochet myself all the way across around my sun. So I'm continuing just to single crochet myself right to the very end and just matching stitch to stitch in order to get the perfect looking sun. So it's only a partial because I'm gonna have it hidden behind the cloud, so it doesn't really matter to me to get it full because it's kind of wasting your yarn anyways. You can use it for something else. So that's it. So I just all the way around, so you'll be left with a pocket that's in the middle. No big deal. So let's just get rid of this tail. And let's just pull through, and that'll lock it. And what you can just do is just tuck it on the inside or just use a darning needle and get rid of that as well. I'm kind of lazy that way, but I know that there's some things that you can get away with easily when crocheting. So you want to get rid of all your tail ends for these. Just checking the other side, everything's good. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna take my sun and my clouds, and what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna get started and putting these large clouds together. So again, the wrong sides come together at the exact same spot, and I'm just gonna join them, and I might as well just get it started right away, right? So just chain up 1 and single crochet back in and join it like I did with the small ones, and you're just gonna trace around the outside of the edge. Just make sure you go through both of them, or it's kind of pointless, right? So you're just gonna trace. And what you can just do then is that you can put your sun in at any time. I'm just gonna get through one section here first, or one of the petals, so that I can have a better hold of it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to put my sun in, and so I'm going to sandwich it in between. And when I go through, I'm gonna go through partial of the sun as well and to the cloud on the other side as I go. So now that my sun is just attached one time, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna cut this yarn here and I'm going to feed it through the project. So what I'm gonna do for this is that I'm just gonna pull through and I'm gonna use my darning needle in order to go through this section here. And I know you're gonna think, oh, that's kind of cumbersome, but you know, creativity is kind of cool, and if you have a better way of doing it, you can do certainly the way you most prefer. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go through the cloud, I'm gonna go through the sun and match to the other side and pull through, and then I go back through and back to the front. And what I want to do is that I want to trace the outside of this cloud on both sides and get that sun stuck in there quite nicely. And what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna sandwich them together so I can kind of see where things are gonna go, making sure everything is good. So I'm just gonna go through, preferably not through my hand. Now the back side, if you're using the same color, you won't see the blue at all because it'll be blended with the same color yarn. So I kind of wanted to put a sun in this one. Not just saying that the pattern wasn't greatly designed. I just thought, you know what, I'm a person that I enjoy sun. I don't like the suntan, but I enjoy the look of the sun. I like the brightness of the sun. So I thought, you know, it'd be kind of cute. So now what I'm gonna do is, now that I'm at the end, what I'm gonna just do is that I'm gonna fasten this yarn off, and then I'm gonna grab my crochet hook again and continue to join these like I was before with one single crochet. So you're gonna attach here, and then you're just gonna match each one of the stitches with the single crochet, and then at the end you could just hang it, and then you can say that this is a partly sunny day with the sun hanging out at the end. So you just gotta weave in your ends. Just take more of a care with that, and let me show you what it looks like at the end. I'll just fast forward now. So with the new yarn, I'm just going to join it again and just attach, slip stitch, and then single crochet into the same one and just follow it all the way around again. So at the end of this, what I'm gonna do is just fasten off then, and then I will leave an extra, I will attach our yarn tail on there, and that yarn tail will then attach to the embroidery hoop. So your goal is kind of attach it somewhere that it'll keep this balance, especially because it's no longer a circle. So you might want to attach it so that the cloud and the skies are at a certain angle. So continue to do that, and I'll see you at the end of this round. So when you come back around, what you want to do is you want to find that sweet spot. So hold it up and see where the sun is going to be. So what I want is that I want the sun to be more of a up here. So what I could just do, and you can go in the other direction too, I'm just gonna slip stitch a few over, and that'll move where this yarn is hanging from, and then test it. Okay, just a couple more. This is just changing the center point. There you go, that's what I want. So once I'm satisfied with this, leave an extra long tail, cut it, and then just feed through. So now you have your clouds with partly partly sunny, but what's missing? We're missing the showers part, right? So you're gonna have your clouds all hanging. You'll have 3 different sizes, but again, you'll probably have white clouds just like you see here. Again, it's hard to see on this table, so I didn't do it in white, but you can have a lot of fun with that, and these will just lightly hang from the mobile. So we're missing the raindrops. So there's 10 raindrops, and let me talk about that next and show you how to do it. So there are 10 different raindrops that you see here. Here is the diagram, really quite simple, just one chain 4, join it, and then you can see the single crochet, and then it looks like an oval shape like this. There are a total 10 of them. They've used 2 different colors, but you can use as many or as little as you wish, and then you can just have that too. If you just want cloudy without any raindrops, then just leave it. And then what you can just do then at the end, just leave a long tail like this. This attaches to the bottom of the cloud to make it look like the cloud is actually raining, and it's actually kind of cool. So we're gonna show you how to do this. Again, if you're not liking the hole in the middle, just take a darning needle and just close it on and off if you wish. So let's start a raindrop. So the raindrops are quite easy. Just start off with a slip knot and chain up a total of 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. and insert into the beginning. So you know how to do this with the cloud already. And now we're going to begin to do the raindrop, and this is the only round that you have to do. So just wrap this straggler around as if it's part. So chain up 1, and I want you to single crochet 8 times into the center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. But we're not done yet. So there's your first 8. You're gonna chain up 1, and now into the center of the ring I want you to double crochet 2 times. So 1, this gives the oval shape, and 2, and now chain 1, and just move things around the center if you have to. I want you to single crochet 2 more times into the center of that, just like that, and then just join it to the beginning that you started with. The problem is that the straggler now has the raindrop upside down, so what you're gonna do is just cut this yarn just long enough that you can tie it to the bottom of a cloud and just pull through. Now just like I was just getting the measurements of where the cloud is gonna hang. See, I wanna turn it, so I'm gonna slip stitch this straggler back to what I think is the top of the raindrop. Now there's 2 double crochets at the top, so what I want to do is that I want to nail that space right in between the 2 double crochets to be the hanging point, and then we know it's directly in the center. So what I'm gonna do is that here is the 2 in the middle, so I'm just gonna come from behind and pull that through, and there is my idea, and therefore this is the starting strand that we were covering. So you can just do different colors of raindrops if you wish, because it adds more of an effect, and then you just tie this to the bottom of a cloud, and with different kinds of colors and stuff it could be really quite neat. So this is how you do the Cloudy Day Mobile by yarnspirations.com. It's actually pretty simple. You'll just have to, for finishing, just tie just crochet 3 chains about 24 inches, and then just hang them from the loop, and then just tie everything to the loop, and then you're good to go. So until next time, I'm Mikey, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye bye.